Hi again. In this sequence we're going to talk about how we can use flash units, 2 flash units, and with a remote control. So we can sit far away from the camera and trigger the shutter. So here I have set up a flash on a tripod here. I have my camera with a flash mounted on, and here on this flower we can expect some hummingbirds or butterflies to come in and visit these flowers. So I will point my camera towards that one. So the setup is like this. This flash is a master flash and this one is a slave. So this flash will send a signal to this flash and they will go off simultaneously. So this is the master, this is the slave, and you set up the settings here on the flash here. You fine-tune this to the master setting and this one to the slave setting. Here's my flash, and this one is going to be the master flash, and this will send a signal to another flash, the other one I have here, and they will go off simultaneously. But first I need to set it up to be a master flash, and I do that by pressing this button on my Canon 580 EX2 flash. So I press this button, I hold it in, and a menu pops up. Then I turn this wheel one time and it says master here, and I press the center here on the button, and now it's activated. I also need to activate the high-speed sync here, because if I don't do that, the camera will not able to shoot fast shutter speed like 1/8000 of a second. So I activate that here by pressing this button, and the sign pops up here, high-speed sync. So once this is activated, I can shoot with very high speeds on my shutter speed. So for example 1/8000 of a second. So I'm gonna do one more adjustment because we're gonna work with close-up things, and I will set the flash power down to -1, and I activate the setting by pressing the button here in center, and now it says 0. I turn the wheel to the left, -1/3, -2/3, and then -1. And then I press the button here. So then the flash will send a little bit less light, but it will also charge faster. So we are ready to go. So we have the master setting, we have the high speed sync, and I fine-tuned the flashlight by the flash power by setting it to -1 setting. Now let's take a look at the slave flash. And this is the slave flash. First thing I have to do is to activate the high speed sync, and I do that by pressing that button. I activate it, then the high speed sync sign pops up here. And we also need to activate this flash as slave. So I press this button, hold it in, then the menu pops up. Now it's off. Now turn the wheel here. Now it's in master, and then one more time. Now it's in slave mode. Then I activate it by pressing the button here. So we have high speed sync, we have slave mode. And I also want to adjust the light here on the flash, so the setting. I want to set down the power of the flashlight a little bit. So I press down the button here. Now it says 0, but I turn it to 1, -1/3, -2/3, and then -1. So again, we have the high speed sync. So we can shoot at fast shutter speed with the camera at, for example, 1/8000 of a second, which I'm going to use here. And we have the flash as a slave, so it will receive a signal from the other flash, and we have the -1 setting for the flash power, so then it will charge faster and it will send enough light in the close-up situation I'm working in now. So we're ready to go. So just to repeat one more time, so this is the master flash. It's mounted on the camera and it sends a signal to the slave, which is on another tripod. So I will adjust the positions close to my subject, but this is the principle. So the master mounted on the camera sends a signal to the flash mounted on another tripod, or you can of course position the flash in another, on a rock or a tree or something. It's up to you. So you have to improvise when you're working out in the field. So this one sends a signal from this flash and over to this flash. I have the remote control, so I can sit up to 100 meters away with this Canon remote control, and the receiver is here connected to the camera here. So I attach it with a tape, and here's the receiver, and I can sit far away and I can trigger the cameras and take pictures without disturbing the animals. Another solution can be using also a remote for the flashes, so I can actually put it on the camera like this, and then I can have 2 or more flash units posted around and get light from different directions. So in this case I'm using 2. This wireless flash release will send signals to these 2 flash units. But for now I'm going to work with this flash on as a master and this as a slave. So this is an option. It's a Canon speedlight transmitter, an option to this other solution. So I'm gonna fine-tune my composition and fine-tune the position of the flash, and then I can go back in the chair and sit and wait. I use manual focus here. You don't need autofocus. So it's okay. Flash is on master, and this is in slave mode. I think the direction is fine. So I send this light a little bit. The central light will be here. If a hummingbird is coming here or a butterfly, it will receive light, and this flash will send flashlight in this area. So we are ready to go. I have my remote and I can go back and wait. Here I am in my chair, and the camera and the flashes are down there, but I have my remote control and I can trigger the camera from here and sit comfortably with a cup of coffee. My camera settings are in manual light metering mode, and my shutter speeds are very fast. Now I'm using 1/8000 of a second at f14 and I'm using ISO 800. With this fast shutter speed I can try to freeze the action if a fast moving hummingbird is coming in. So now I can just sit and wait and see what happens.